Hey guys, Chucky here bringing you guys a new video. It's an actual real-life deck list video for Blackwings. Yes, I know, real-life deck, what is that? That's something that people do. I'm taking out of Dev Pro and going real life. We as in Nick and I, are going to a thing at our local library this Wednesday, so we're pretty excited. We both have a deck. I'm going to hope to bring his deck list coming on Wednesday, probably posted maybe Wednesday night or Thursday morning, so look forward to that. He's using Harpies, in case you don't know, and yeah, so I'm using Blackwings, he's using the Harpies. We're showing the Winged Beasts some love, of course. The Blackwings did receive new support in the latest Gold Series Return of the Bling. I don't know why it's called Return of the Bling. I don't know if there's something behind that, but I am not a big fan of it. But yeah, let's get started with the main deck. Obviously, I do not have a side deck yet. I'm working on a side deck, and I just put this list together yesterday. So it was working out pretty well on Dev Pro against people and against Nick. So I'm hoping that it's going to do pretty well at the library. So we got two Kalutes. Kalute is going to be your honest of the deck. You can also search it out or use it to search out something like a Gale. Then you can play Gale and go for a level 6, which is always a very, very valid play. Then we have one Zephyros. He's really good because you could just use him for a Synchro Summon, then return him by returning a Gale. Get a double lower attack on a monster that your opponent has. Then we have two Boras. Bora is going to allow you to attack over defense position monsters. There's quite a few monsters that can't be destroyed by battle, but they have really low defenses. And yeah, Bora punishes them for putting it in defense, which is really good. And if you have a Kalute, you can get over pretty big things, so that's actually really nice. We have three Shura. Shura is a searcher. He allows you to get your tuners out after he kills a monster with Kalute. That's usually going to be all the time. He is just really strong, and yeah, the plays you can do with him are kind of ridiculous. Then one of the new cards that are in the new set, we have three Blackwing Chris the Crack of Dawn, I guess. And he is really good because you could special summon him if you control another Blackwing, which is very, very good. And then he can't be destroyed once per turn by a spell or trap card, so that's kind of ridiculous and makes him pretty good, especially with cards like Torrential Tribute or Dark Hole. He is absolute animal. We have one Vayu, though I do not have the Blackwing tuner I need to make with him if he's in the graveyard, which is a little bit of an issue, I guess. There's not much I could do about that, though. So, yeah, he's pretty much just going to be an Icarus attack target, or if you can get him with Shura, then you can get a level 5 anyways. But he's not bad otherwise. Pretty dead card if you do draw him most of the time. Two Blizzards. Blizzard is pretty much a card that says win target duel. If they don't have Vanity's Emptiness or Bottomless Trap Hole, you pretty much win. He's just going to allow you to special summon a Blackwing from your graveyard into defense position, which allows you to Synchro into one of the new Synchros, who is absolutely disgusting. And yeah. Waxing Moon, another new support card that was added into the Return of the Bling, and he is a tuner. He's a level 3 tuner. These are all tuners I'm going through right now. He's a level 3 tuner, and when he is sent to the graveyard this turn from the field, you get to actually add a Blackwing from your deck to your hand, so he is really, really good, especially with Shura. You attack with Shura, destroy the monster, you play him, attack for another 1200, and then you can Synchro into something, and then you get a Chris of the Dawn or a Gale or whatever you want from your deck into your hand. It could be any of the Blackwing monsters, so you can get any of the Blackwing monsters in your deck to your hand. Doesn't matter what level, doesn't matter which one. You can get Raven, you can get, you know, whatever. Then we have three Gales. Gale is going to be your main search for Black Whirlwind and pretty much any other search effect. Gale being at 3 is kind of disgusting. When I played back in the day, Gale was at 1 because it was so good. and I don't know why it's ever gone down. It is still really good and halves the attack of any monster. And like I said, with Zephyros out there now, you can return Gale back to your hand. Special summon Gale again, use Gale's effect again. So virtually cutting them a half of a half, which is really, really good, and can allow you to go for games pretty easily. Then our last monster is actually Dark Arm Dragon. Dark Arm Dragon is really good. If you're running Darks, you might as well run Dark Arm Dragon, because he is just that good anyways. So that is it for the monsters. 19, I believe. I can't really remember. So now we're going to go into the spells. We're going to go with the one-ups first. We have one Dark Hole. This could be two Dark Holes if you really wanted to run two Dark Holes. It's really good, Chris. No reason not to run Dark Hole. And Soul Charge, obviously you're playing a sort of Swarm deck that's synchro, so you want a recursion effect that can do something. That's really good with Gale. We have Regeki, just so you can push for those games. Dark Hole Regeki. You can make that Regeki a Dark Hole if you don't have a Regeki. I have a stupid Starfoil one. I don't even know if you could see it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. One Book of Moon. I'm thinking about taking Book of Moon out. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's alright, but it just allows you to get over stuff that, you know, can't be destroyed by card effects or something like that, and then you can just Regeki your Dark Hole. So, 2 Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality is good first turn. You want to go second always, but Pot of Duality, if you don't have anything, is very solid. Crisp plus Pot of Duality going into a Black Whirlwind is a very solid play and allows you to set up for the next turn, and they're going to have a hard time actually getting over the Crisp, because with the Crisp in Black Whirlwind, you can actually search out Kalut, which makes it so you are in a very, very good position. Speaking of which, we have 3 Black Whirlwinds. Black Whirlwind is ridiculous. Whenever you summon a Blackwing, you get to search your deck with a Blackwing with less attack than the one that you just summoned. So if you summon Chris, you can search out any monster except Chris in your deck. And that is just stupid, because you just normal summon him, you get a Gale, you special summon the Gale, you special summon, you know, from your hand, you get a Bora, you special summon a Bora, so now you have 3 monsters out on one turn, you have a Synchro potential, one of them can't be destroyed by card effects, so there's no reason not to attack, and you are just in a really good position. And this is a newly added card. This is not in my deck list for the one I did on DevPro, and that is 3 Mask Change. I just added the 3rd one. I'm not sure if I want to keep it at 2 or go to 3. I'm a big fan of 2-ofs, and I don't know why, but I think it's pretty good at 3, and we'll just have to see, because you could discard Mask Change 2, Mask Change, and yeah, so this just gives you a little bit more of an OTK potential. And I actually made a misplay against Nick where he used Ring of Destruction on my guy, and I had the Mask Change. And for some reason I Mask Changed even though I had the OTK if he would have killed my guy, but I forgot what... I don't know. I messed up. And I could have won, and I was like, oh wait. After the match, I was like, I could have won. I could have still OTK'd you. And I ended up losing because that was stupid. 2 Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack is just going to allow you to kill one of your Blackwings to kill something else, so you can go out with Shura with Black Whirlwind, get a Blizzard, activate Icarus Attack at their end step or their attack phase, and then you can actually just play the Blizzard, get the Shura back, synchro into something, and then go off from there. We have 2 Mirror Force. This deck is pretty weak against Commas. We need a way to deal with Commas besides Mask Change too, and Mirror Force definitely gives us that ability. We have 1 Bottomless Trap Hole just to get rid of those pesky XYZs and stuff like that we might not be able to take care of. 1 Compulse for things that can't be destroyed by battle, because that's pretty much what your deck does. You don't really have any other way to get over monsters except battle. Torrential is just going to destroy all your opponent's monsters, also good against Commas, also good against things like Ritual Beasts, so we definitely a card that's needed. Vanity's Emptiness, when you're set up, you want to play this, so that way you can't lose. Oh, this is for the ban list for April 1st, by the way. And 1 Ring of Destruction, which is just going to kill one of your opponent's monsters at their end phase or their battle phase, and then you're going to be able to win next turn, usually. So you definitely want to use Ring of Destruction in there. So let's just go through the extra deck. Of course, I got my sheep tokens because I did buy that Joey thing. They have them really cheap at Walmart. They have them for 20 bucks. So I just bought one. Okay, we have Alucard because we can get a level 3 if we are really in a bad situation. Alucard will probably become the missing Blackwing level 5 that I need. But for right now, Alucard is there. Cowboy, as I call him, just allows you to OTK more consistently. There is a video of me and Nick going Harpies against his Harpies, and I actually first turn killed him. So, well, second turn killed him, I guess, because, yeah, second turn killed him because of Cowboy. He actually went to go get his pizza, and then he came back and it was already over. Extinction Knight, and the reason why we're running him is because you can clear the board and then you can still do stuff next turn if you have something like Black Whirlwind in your hand and like a Chris or something like that. You can actually still win next turn or go off next turn after destroying with Exciton Knight. Then we have 2 Laws. Law is just going to be your play against stuff like Necros and Kamas and just pretty much anything. He kills Harpies also, so it's pretty good. And then we have 1 Anki just for that third one, and just in case they use something on the Dark Law, we can always go up to something else. We want to have that potential, that ability to continue our plays. And also you could set up more OTKs. You could attack with like the Law, and then if they have like less than 28 left or whatever, you can just go out to Anki, or if you can kill their monster to kill them or something like that. I mean, it's really good. You can also attack directly and does 1400, so there's so many plays you could do with him. No reason not to run him at this point. So our only level 5 right now, because I forget the word of that guy, is Armades, that's it. Armades. So you can get him by Shura and then attacking and then getting the value, or you can actually Blizzard into a Kalut, which is, I mean, it's alright if you can go for game with it, but usually you don't want to do that. Then we have 2 Nothung, I think is how you say it, Nothung, the Starlight. So he's one of the new cards from the Return of the Bling, and pretty much you synchro for him and they take 800 points of direct damage, which you can win games like that. Oh, and they also have one of their monsters lose 800 attack. So if you Gale, like with the Zephyros, and then you synchro for a level 6 and then you lower another 800, it can literally have 0 attack pretty easily, and then you can attack over it and possibly win games because it's pretty much a direct attack. So he's really, really good. He also, that's not even all he does. He allows for an extra normal summon of a Blackwing monster this turn. So he is pretty disgusting. If you start off with 2 Blizzards, you are pretty much going to win that game. And he is the reason why. Then we have 1 Goyo Guardian. Goyo Guardian obviously is just really, really good. So you definitely want to have him in there. Then we have 1 Black Rose, same concept as the Exciton Knight. You just want to blow up the field and then you can go for game-winning next turns or something like that. Also, if you're in a bad situation, you can always Black Rose and try to get a better one. Dark Strike Fighter, he could just end the game if they have something you can't get over and they have 1400 left or whatever. You can always go out Dark Strike Fighter and sacrifice himself. Then we have Armor Master. Armor Master is just going to be our main get early on in the game. So if we have a Gale and a Chris or a Gale and a Shura or something like that, you're definitely going to go him. Make sure you summon him in defense mode so that way they can't Honor Arc him, because he can't be destroyed by battle, so they're going to have to use card effects to get rid of him, which is really good. Especially, like I said, if they have Honor Arc, you want to put them in defense mode. Do not put them in attack mode. People will make the mistake and go Honor Arc and then think they can take them, but they can't. So, yeah. Then we have Blackwing Tamer, Obsidian Hawk Joe. So, first of all, first tip, he's a warrior, so don't get him thinking that you can actually use him for Icarus attack, because you can't. But what he allows you to do is special summon a level 5 or higher Blackwing Winged Beast monster, from your graveyard back onto the field. You're usually going to get your Armor Master back, because it's probably going to die. Then you're just going to get him back. Then you're going to have this, plus an Armor Master that can attack directly or attack whatever. And yeah, it's pretty much GG after you do that, because it's usually late game and they usually can't stop it. And then the last card is going to be Leo. Leo is just good against a lot of the decks right now, and you can get him out pretty easily with a Blizzard. You have to have like a Chris in your hand, a monster in your graveyard, and a Blizzard or a Boar in your hand, something like that, and then you just go out, you get the level 4 back, you special summon, then you synchro into Leo. So yeah, that's my Blackwing deck that I'll be bringing to the library locals that I have going on Wednesday. I don't know if I'll bring any games, but I'm definitely going to try to get Nick's deck list and see if we can get that up on the channel, or on his channel even. Because he does have a channel, but he doesn't post anything right now, even though I keep telling him to post some videos. But yeah, I have what time are we at? 15. I also have a Super Heavy Samurai deck video that I have done. I just haven't posted yet, and so that might be a thing that might be up soon, so look forward to that. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.